Women are the naturally oppressive class, the naturally oppressive sex. It's in their nature to oppress, to subjugate, control, dominate. Now this sounds counterintuitive because we've been told that this is the regular way that men behave in positions of authority. But it's counterintuitive because women have a deep misunderstanding of what responsibility and authority are, what they mean, what they do. For a woman, truth and accountability are difficult things to grasp, and they will often avoid it. They will often suppress it or pretend it doesn't exist, or they will find ways to criminalise the truth, or ways that they can sweep it under the rug, pretend it doesn't exist, to their own detriment, and usually everyone around them. Whereas a man takes truth in his stride. He uses it to build himself up. He uses it as a foundation for his principles. He creates a moral foundation around the truth. We know that this is best practice in creating a society that caters to all. Because the truth is wisdom for all. It's freely given, freely received. But the society of women, when they have authority, the truth is gone. The truth is lost because they suppress it, they hide it, they criminalise it, and the way that they do that is by setting up systems of tyranny. Only through tyranny can you suppress the truth. Only by tyranny can you ensure that the truth is not spoken. And this is done through silencing, criminalising. This is what women do. They naturally want to coddle each other. And evolutionarily, they are harm avoiders. They are harm avoiders for themselves and for children. Now, behavioural psychologists will say that this is evolutionarily adapted to care for children. I'm not so sure if I put much stock in behavioural psychology, to be honest. I do think there is truth to it, but I also think that they have this way of excusing a lot of women's behaviour as like a primitive mind, and yet we find these primitive behaviours still exist. I don't see how women can be evolutionarily adapted to harm avoidance when it seems that women in large numbers seem to kill children indiscriminately. Is it merely brainwashing that convinced them to do that, or is it natural tendencies? I'm not so sure, but I'm fairly certain that the women are the oppressive gender. They are the sex that suppresses the truth. And this is why there is also the bifurcation of politics into men as Republicans, women as Democrats, because in the course of history it has been that the Democrats have been the ones that suppress the truth and hide the truth and criminalise free speech. And they lie and they obfuscate. And they do everything they can to muddy the waters of justice. And the women support this. It's their natural tendency, it would seem.